Did you know this was all happening with the Lovely Bones author? There were rumors around Syracuse University that a man is climbing through the college students' windows. Is it really a rumor? If it actually happened to a student on campus? 18-year-old Alice plopped down on the couch in the living room, and her whole family has been anticipating her coming back from college, and her parents are tiptoeing around her. They don't really know what to say. Nobody wants to look at the hand-shaped bruise marks around her neck, or like the ones on her inner thigh, or the cuts all over her face. Alice's parents, they're just kind of shuffling around, waiting to see if she needs anything, if she's gonna talk, if she wants to talk about anything in particular. Alice looks over at them, and every time she turns her head, it hurts. "How you doing, Dad?" He looks seriously confused. Me? I just had 5 shots of whiskey, but I've never been more sober in my entire life. So there's that. Alice looks back at the ceiling, and her dad tries again with her. Alice, honey, do you want something to eat?" Alice thinks about it for a moment, and she says very bluntly, "Yeah, that'd be nice, Dad, considering the only things I've had in my mouth in the last 24 hours was a cracker and a cock." Alice had been assaulted less than 24 hours ago in a dark tunnel under campus. This was her way of coping. The tunnel was creepy. I mean, mainly because it's past midnight, but also because a girl had allegedly been murdered and dismembered under the tunnel. That's what everybody at Syracuse University was saying. That was the rumor of the tunnel. Probably not the best route to take, but it was the fastest. So that's why Alice is there. And the tunnel had these weathered stone walls, and during the day, it's very aesthetic. But at night, it feels like someone's just gonna reach out and grab you. And someone did reach out and grab Alice that night. And it wasn't the walls. It was a man. He grabbed her from behind, and she could feel his breath in her ear. "I'll kill you if you scream. Do you understand? If you scream, you're dead." Alice nods, and it's not like she could scream. His hand is gripping so firmly on her mouth, and he's pinning her arms by her side. And the minute that he lets go, she lets out a scream, and he attacks her. He covers her mouth again. He kicks her in the back of the knee so that she aggressively falls down to the ground, scraping her knee, scraping her face. "You don't get it, bitch. I'll kill you. I've got a knife. I'll kill you." He starts kicking her on the sides. Alice is trying to kick back, but all she's doing is more damage to herself than to the man. Alice manages to turn around, crawl up, get up on her feet, and she starts running deeper into the tunnel to get away from him. But before she can see the light at the end, he yanks her by the hair, throws her back on the ground, and tells her, now you're asking for it." He reaches around to his back pocket, takes out a knife, and Alice lunges forward. She falls straight on her face, shattering her eyeglasses. The man drops his knife, and he looks pissed. He starts rubbing her face into the brick and starts strangling her, and Alice loses consciousness. For a second, she comes to and she's staring at this man again, and she believed 1,000% without a shadow of a doubt she's gonna die that night. That's what she's thinking. "Oh my God, I'm gonna die that night. Like, this is it." She would be the second girl in this tunnel to be killed and probably dismembered. So the man forces her. Undress, he forces her to kiss him. And meanwhile, she's begging for all of this to stop. She's thinking, what can I do to appeal to this man's humanity? Well, wait, I'm a foster child and I've never met my parents and I just want to meet them before I die. I've never met my biological parents. I've never had intimate moments with anyone before. Please, I'm a virgin. That much was true. She never had intimate relations before, but he didn't care. Like, if anything, perhaps it excited him even more. He assaulted her. He called her. He forced her to tell him that he was a strong man and to thank him for everything and tell him that she actually wanted this to happen. He told her that she was the worst girl that he ever assaulted, visually speaking. She was forced to perform orally. He urinated on her, and then he fully essayed her. It was torturous. There was a lot of blood. There was a lot of injuries that would require a lot of stitches down there.